Welcome or welcome back to TOTORIAL. I'm Zui and I hope you enjoyed today's video. But before we get right into it, I'm obligated to remind you to click either the like or dislike button, commenting something down below, and of course sharing the video so more people can see and enjoy it. This is very important as it helps with the YouTube algorithm. I want you to know that your help is greatly appreciated. If you have any suggestions or ideas for a story, my Discord link is in my link tree that is down in the description, as well as my Patreon and Ko-fi for any donations you may want to send my way. Every cent counts. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Valentine's Day was a special occasion in the Fazbear Entertainment Mega Pizza Plex. It was only in the Valentine's week the Plex was selling what they called the chocolate heart pizza. And while yes, it sounded gross on paper, it really was just heart-shaped pizza bread with nougat and chocolate on top of it. It actually tasted alright. And many people were looking forward to its rerun every year. But what the children were looking forward to the most were the special someone gifts. On specifically Valentine's Day, the robots could elect one lucky child to be their Valentine. Innocent fun, of course. All this really was that the child was given a free photo pass to enter an animatronics green room and take a photo with their favorite animatronic. The requirements for an animatronic selecting someone were unknown, even to the employees. Up until now, each animatronic was able to successfully elect someone, at least until now. It had been a beautiful day outside, at least for February. The family of ravens that nested in your front yard tree were singing, and you noticed that the flowers you helped your mom seed last year not only survived the winter, but also were about to bloom once again. On days like these, people like you were glad to work the night shift, as you could enjoy most of the day yourself. You lived with your mother in a small suburb. It had been the pride of your family to own this little house. And you could respect that, especially in this economy. The suburb was located only a few miles from the Pizzaplex. The village being closer to the Pizzaplex than the next town, in fact. Not by much, though. This allowed you to walk to your workplace without getting exhausted. Not that that mattered, since the job was very cushy. As the sun was vanishing over the horizon, you checked your watch. Your shift started at 10 PM and ended at 6 AM. Technically 5, as the day shift arrived at that time and you retreated with them to the changing rooms for chat. Among the duties you had to fulfill as night guard were 1. Intruder removal, 2. Making sure the animatronics were in their green rooms by the time the Pizzaplex opened at 6, 3. Reporting any malfunctions in your employee app on your work tablet, so the on-duty engineer, a 40-year-old family man named Kevin, could fix it the next day. And 4th, be a sort of babysitter for the machines, as those 8 to 9 hours without human input would otherwise kinda fry their brains. You arrived at the Pizzaplex 5 minutes early. That was fine though. After checking in with the evening receptionist Charlotte, the adoptive daughter of the Pizzaplex owner Amir, you walked into the changing rooms. Here the chatter between the day shift people was carefree. However, as you pulled out your uniform and were about to take off your shirt, one of the guards approached you. "Excuse me, little night guard." That was Dimitri, alias Terminator, a 6'5" giant of a man. His purple day shift uniform stretched across his bulging muscles. Honestly, you were always intimidated by the Russian, and having him tower over you like that all of a sudden while you were about to take off your shirt was scary. "Dimitri wanted little chat with you, because you will be staying here for a while," he said. His face looked like it had been roughly cut from stone, and he was giving you an almost fatherly smile. "Sure, I mean, sure, Dimitri. Go ahead.
Duh. Dimitri wanted to inform little night guard that something strange has happened during daytime.
Your eyebrows twitched out of sheer curiosity. Alright, keep going.
With the exception of Wolf Machine and Chicken Machine, none of the machines have given out their Valentine's Day tickets yet.
Really? You said surprised.
Dimitri asked little Gator why after our daily sparring session, and Gator claimed that the Valentine is not here yet. Interestingly, all the other machines said the same when Dimitri asked.
You bit your lower lip. This was concerning to you.
Dimitri think it is because last year's children were special to the machines, maybe. But Dimitri know they aren't programmed to elect same person in a row. Dimitri is disappointed. Dimitri likes seeing children happy with machines.
You gave the security guard a meek smile. Come on, big guy. I'm sure the kids were happy nonetheless. And I assumed they had already chosen a Valentine for this year.
Dimitri hope. Enjoy your night, little night guard. But if any machine is sad because their special one wasn't in Plex, please cheer them up to make job easier for you,
said the man before saying his goodbyes. The robot's not electing a Valentine sure was unusual. Once your shift began, you left the changing rooms. Tablet in hand, you thought about where to go first. After all, your first patrol of the night would decide the ones that followed after it. Considering how the animatronics had been acting, you really didn't want to immediately encounter them. They probably just needed time for themselves. At least, that's what your brain told you. So you wandered into the security office of Rockstar Row. It was the closest and the most cozy. Here you had set up a small lazy corner together with the leader of the day shift guards, Brian, inside of a hidden alcove between a few shelves. Brian had been so kind and set up a small TV here. And in a charger was even a small portable console. So no one steals it, he attached both charger and console with glue. Which definitely had to have been a decision he made while high off his rockers. After all, only you and him knew about it, and you weren't about to tattle on anyone. However, this had been the start of your night, so you didn't remain there for long. You just cozily and calmly checked the cameras. Of course, you couldn't avoid the bots for too long. Your eyes narrowed. You picked up something. Monty. He was about to enter his room for something. Since you were supposed to gather them inside anyways, your fingers began to hover over the lockdown button of his room. It would be pretty mean to have him captured this early in the night. He'd probably flip. But you shrugged and pressed the button anyways. The clong of the security door crashing down could be heard even in the security office. Seconds later, a message popped up on your screen. The text was in all caps, clearly quickly written up by Monty. Night guard, it's not even 12 AM, what did I do? Coldly you just typed. Terminator said your robots are acting up, and honestly I'm not dealing with that. Just sit there and Kevin will take a look at you in the morning. Monty sent you an angry emoji. Why? I didn't do anything wrong. The rules say uncharacteristic behavior needs to be reported. Oh, this is over the Valentines thing. Ah, Night Guard. You don't understand, but I do. Well, guess that's it for me today. Have fun on your shift. That was followed up by another angry emoji. Why did you feel terrible? Then again, Monty always tried to make you feel horrible for locking him up. Knowing Chica and Roxy, they would go on their own into their rooms too. Roxy especially didn't even need to be locked up. You just needed to make sure the lights of her mirror worked, and she would be too distracted by herself and charge on her own if needed. So next up on the list was Freddy. Slowly you checked every available camera. Huh. You hummed out loud. Freddy was in the atrium, sitting on the stage, twiddling his thumbs. As expected. Unusual behavior. Your eyes narrowed. Around this time, usually, he was playing Feather Blast to improve his aim. So once again, you opened up your messaging app. Freddy, what's up? You typed. Oh, Night Guard, it's you. I was hoping you would work today. Freddy, you know my schedule. That's not what... ... Sigh. He actually typed out sigh. Can we please talk, Night Guard? I would greatly appreciate that. You sighed. Well, at least Monty was out of the picture. Sure. After a quick stretch, you crawled out of your little cave and proceeded to the atrium, where Freddy had been patiently waiting.
Ah, Night Guard, good evening.
The bear was overjoyed seeing you. Hey, what's up? Embarrassed, he tipped his foot on the ground.
Well, it is very, anxiety-inducing to tell you the truth, but I really need to ask you something. It's important to me.
You shrugged. Well, go ahead.
I did something bad. I acquired access to the security servers. And, I was really just looking for the parents of a child that got lost. But, I found this text exchange. Can you come walk with me for a bit?
Freddy began aimlessly wandering as he thought hard and almost desperate, it seemed.
This exchange was between all employees, including higher-ups. You were part of it too.
You blinked. You could vaguely remember a phone conference, sure.
It had, very interesting details.
Freddy stopped in front of a Bonnie Bowl poster. Just, is it true you are bringing him back? Finally you realized what he was talking about. Oh! I completely forgot. Yes, we are bringing back Bonnie. He has been gone from the animatronic roster for quite some time now, and... well, it has reached a certain iconic status. The Bonnie thing. Which is exactly what the higher-ups wanted. He has become a little legend. People claiming little ghost stories about seeing a rotten down Bonnie walking around, but of course that's all just balonies. I mean, there's never anything on the cameras. We do check. We've learned from our mistakes in the past. Excited, Freddy turned to look at you.
Oh boy, I'm excited!
You smiled at the bear. We are going to have a big reunion event. At least that's what I've been told. All guards need to attend it. You rubbed over your forehead in exhaustion. That's gonna be a nightmare for me if I have a shift after or before that.
I missed him. Oh, I missed Bonnie for so long. He was my best friend.
Gently you nudged the bear's shoulder. Come on, Freddy. This is a celebration. Don't sound so sad.
I know. But
That's also why I wanted to talk to you. I have more questions, and 2 of them are very important to me, and I'd like you to answer them.
Freddy continued wandering, and you followed. Quickly you noticed he was on his way to Bunny Bowl. He had avoided the attraction ever since the titular bunny robot had been discontinued. Well, at least in the Pizzaplex. There were still Bunny animatronics in other franchises. I haven't been up there for so long, Freddy said as the 2 of you entered the elevator that connected the atrium to the attraction. Well, what questions are you looking for? After the elevator doors opened, both you and the animatronics sat down in the Bunny Bowl diner.
Well, first one is, why did they discontinue him?
You shrugged. It's a marketing stunt, to tell you the truth. Bunny reminded many people of the tragedies that had befallen Fazbear many years ago. However, after he was discontinued, customers kept complaining. It was considered to turn Bunny Bowl into Monty Bowl, but then the higher-ups decided to put Project Gator Ball on hold. Then they made surveys for both customers and employees, and, well, now we're bringing Bunny back. Everybody wants him.
I see. This is very interesting, albeit a little sad. I was hoping there was more than a monetary reason to bring my best friend back. But then again, we are Fazbear property, it's up to them. So I should just be happy, right?
You smiled. Yeah, you should. Because all that matters is that he's coming back, right? The robot gently tapped his fingers on the table before he continued.
There's one more thing I wanted to ask.
Go ahead.
When I read over the logs and audio recordings, it was you who argued in favor of bringing Bunny back. And I noticed that one of your arguments, it convinced one of the higher-ups, didn't it?
You shrugged in response. In truth, it was everyone telling corporate that they majorly fucked up with that decision of discontinuing the bunny.
I just wanted to thank you with a special present.
He opened his chest cavity and gave you a coupon. Freddy? You asked, confused. You know you can't give employees coupons, right?
Please, just take it. I want you to be my special someone on this here Valentine. For helping with Bunny.
You exhaled, perplexed. This actually meant a lot, and you knew that. And it made you wonder how many loopholes in his programming he needed to find just to do this. Truthfully, he wasn't forbidden on electing an employee for this, but then again also, customers, especially the youngest ones, had absolute priority. Freddy, you said softly. That's really sweet. Thank you. For an employee to be elected a Valentine, basically no other customer needed to interact with the robot. Wait, did Freddy hide the entire day somewhere in the Pizzaplex and didn't interact with a single customer just to not elect them to a Valentine? Oh boy. The bear really did go all out here, didn't he?
So when will he be reactivated?
You shrugged. Well, to tell you the truth, his endoskeleton is right now in parts and services. But his shell is still not delivered. Well, some parts are, but it's not enough to put him back on stage. Note that he will be put back on stage. I think he will just be put in Body Bowl and the Western Arcade. I'm sorry you're not going to be performing with him.
That is fine, I think. But also, I guess I shouldn't bother him until he is put back together. Just thank you so much.
You lean forward, supporting your upper body with your arms. You gently kissed the bear's snout, and even made a little honk. You chuckled, and the bear awkwardly rubbed over the back of his head.
I guess you really are a special someone, are you, Night Guard?
What? Was that a pun? You said in a serious tone.
You know, I didn't intend it, but now that you pointed it out, I'm way too proud of it to deny it.